Hey Exiles, Orero here. Orero's Dungeon Overhauls just passed the milestone of 1,000 installs, and I have you all to thank for it. Odo was a Hail Mary, a shot in the dark. I built a body of my best work and put it out there, not knowing if anyone would notice or care, but the reception has been incredibly positive. I'm very grateful that all of you have chosen to join me on this adventure, and I'm pleased to say that this is just the beginning. In this video I'll outline where we are now, I'll give you a peek at what's in the pipeline, and I'll share some of my long-term development ambitions. So what's the overall state of the mod? The majority of features are now finished, implemented and tested. Exploits have been patched, bugs have been found and fixed. There have not been many balance complaints, and those that have been brought up have been taken seriously. All in all, I'm confident now that my mod won't let anyone down if it's used for a serious server or added to a cherished single player save. Content in Odo comes in two main flavours, items and dungeons. All overhauls of items from the main dungeons are complete, but there's still some miscellaneous loot from minor dungeons like Zalthar's Refuge and the Executioner's Cave that I want to add the Odo magic to. I also haven't touched anything from the Isle of Sipta yet, and while many of the vault rewards are interesting enough as is, I can definitely see some potential for adding even more fun ways to play, while also making these items available in the exiled lands in a way that's convenient for server owners and immersive for the players. I'm also starting to conceptualize a new feature that would allow Odo items to be upgraded with legendary equivalent stats, since the Age of War update put us in this weird place where it's possible to get the best weapons in the game at level 1 and then never need to look for loot elsewhere. I believe that the added effects make most Odo weapons superior to Skeleton Key legendaries already, but it's not intuitive for a new player. This idea is still in the early stages, and more research, data and feedback will be needed to determine whether it's necessary and how it would work. If you have some thoughts about that, then I'd love to hear from you. So that's the state of the items. How about dungeons? The Palace of the Witch Queen, the Wine Cellar, and the Sunken City are now complete. The Well of Skelos still has one boss I'd like to rework, but is otherwise complete. The Black Keep and the Dregs are technically complete, but I want to revisit them in the future. They were the first content I created, and while they're fine as is, with all the skills and knowledge I've picked up since then, I know I can do better now. The Warmaker's Sanctuary is likely to get the same treatment in the future, since the final boss now outshines the rest of the dungeon. My next big project though will be the Midnight Grove. I have some really exciting ideas for the bosses in that dungeon that I think will bring the gameplay up to the same level as the beautiful visuals. And of course, you can expect it to finally receive some proper loot of its own besides the Jibelsarg religion. If you'd like to experience Orero's Dungeon Overhauls in a multiplayer environment, then Fate is a PvP server with an experienced team behind it, and they're currently using my mod as their early game content on their modded server. The staff over there have been very friendly and helpful in identifying balance issues, and they put a great deal of effort into creating a balanced experience with all of the biggest mods. So if PvP is your thing, then be sure to check them out. Odo will also be coming to Tempting Fate next season as our main in-game progression.
Welcome to Tempting Fate.
Tempting Fate is a hardcore conflict roleplay server, so there are quite a few rules to follow and standards to uphold. But we use mechanical PvP for our conflict resolution, and of course players are welcome to engage in PvE as they see fit. I might be a little biased on that one, I am founding staff there after all. But if you're a good sport who enjoys roleplay, then I recommend it. Orero's Dungeon Overhauls has come a long way, but as you can see there's still so much in store as the mod matures. I'm committed to building this up and making it the best it can be until it's a staple of the game's community. If you'd like to support my efforts financially, then you can do so on my Ko-fi page with either a one-time donation or a monthly subscription from as little as £3 per month. Subscribers of all tiers get dog photos every Monday and Thursday, the perfect pick-me-up when you're feeling stressed or tired. At higher tiers there are additional rewards too, in the form of exclusive blog posts, in which you can gain an insight into the development techniques I used to create this mod. It's my dream to do this sort of thing full time, and your support is what will make that possible, so thank you very much for your consideration. With that, it's back to work for me. I'll be wrangling the blueprint nodes, shaping the particle emitters, and aligning the data tables as I create the aforementioned Midnight Grove overhaul. Thanks for watching and see you next time.